Oh my god. When you think that you're trying to get into a hobby or start to game a little bit more into, like, say, a Nintendo Switch 2, you hear that the Switch 2 price is going up $50. Yes, that is right. If you probably haven't heard, or maybe you have heard already, but the Nintendo Switch 2 price is going to go up $50 and starting September 1st of 2026. So currently, you probably see it already like around $449 or $450. Getting the console or Nintendo Switch 2 here is still $450. It's still a pretty penny to play, plus taxes and all that good stuff. It is not a cheap way to go. It's the cheapest of a lot of handheld devices. But even to consider a handheld or a console compared to like other consoles like Xbox or PlayStation, my goodness, has the console prices has gone up, and it's been like this for over a year plus probably. So it's nothing really new to see price increase to go up, but to see Nintendo Switch 2 kind of finally getting, I would say, the hit or going along with the price increase, in my personal opinion, it's kind of nice to see that they held out for so long for the price increase since launch of the Nintendo Switch 2 because of how well it's been selling. But, it's to be expected that you're going to see these prices increase because of what we see now, probably what you and I probably mostly use, like AI tools are becoming like ridiculously expensive to operate. The hardware components for Switch 2 are not just because of Switch 2, but any consoles like Xbox and PlayStations, that it's going to take a lot more cost to put them together, from RAM to CPUs to all that stuff, to the hardware itself and everything else, and all the components to manufacture these things are going to go up. So here's the thing: by September 1st of 2026, you're going to start seeing in USD, and then everything globally, actually, that is going to be going up $50. Now, if you are looking to get a Switch 2 and you've been thinking like, oh, is it worth it? I made a video about it. Yes, it is. In my personal opinion, a short story, it is worth it if you want something simplicity and just kind of ready to go out of the box and kind of game and kind of go with it. But yeah, it is probably a good time to look into getting one before the price increase, because yeah, $50 is $50 to a lot of us, and it could be a pretty penny to drop initially. But what's funny too at the same time, and I'm never one to say, hey, you shouldn't buy that, because who am I to say that what you should buy with your own money? You know what I'm saying? Because no one's gonna tell me what I buy with my own money. But you see people buy the Pokopia or Pokopia, right? The game was made for Switch 2, and they didn't have a Switch 2, so they were buying the game and buying the console. And I see the comments and see the videos, like, oh my god, like the comment section is off the chain with just the way they talk about who cares if someone wants to spend their money in that particular manner. But nonetheless, if you are going to be buying this type of things, you probably a good chance to be buying it. But like I said earlier, like, it's the cost of manufacturing, the AI stuff is taking over, hard drives, RAM, the computer components, everything that costs money to make these and put the stuff together is just going up. And that's just the truth be told. But if you are looking to get it, it's probably a good time to be getting it before September 1st of 2026. And if you are here, if you're like me at the time of this video, if you were like at this point, like when I got mine, I was just selling off my old Switch and some other stuff, just because $450 plus taxes is a pretty penny to pay to get a new device. And I just don't have $450 just simply just laying around, or just to drop on a luxury item. I consider Nintendo Switch or Switch 2 a luxury gaming item to be dropping. So selling off some stuff. So nonetheless, if you were selling off whatever tech or old tech or things just to kind of compensate to buy the purchase of a Nintendo Switch 2, let me know in the comments, because power to you. But yes, that is expensive. So yeah, the prices are going up. But like I was saying too earlier, that the consoles like Xbox and PlayStation have already gone up. And I was just looking at a PlayStation 5 Pro, it's like $899, $900. Like, oh my goodness, plus taxes, you're approaching a grand to get a console. Yes, gaming, in my personal experiences of gaming for so long, over 2 decades, the increase of prices of these consoles are absolutely wild to see this amount. But here's the thing, we still pay for it, right? We're still buying the games. So it's like, it's hard to say, how to, justify the cost. And I see comments and other people talking about like, oh, these corporations are greedy, blah, blah, blah. But you got to look at it this way. Are you still gaming? Or if you are a gamer, or if not, but if we're still paying into it, we are going to do what we do, to each their own. But yeah, the prices of Switch 2 is going to be going up, and it's absolutely insane. but just be ready for it. But if you are planning to get a Switch 2 or if you have one, let me know what your thoughts about it, of the whole price increase. What are you planning to do if you are getting a Switch 2? What games you're going to be playing? Because, you know, some of these games are going up. And even, too, the Nintendo Switch Online, like, subscription has gone up. If I recall correctly, it was around like $20 for a year. Now it's like, what, over to 35, maybe $40 a year, or more, I think, actually. It is absolutely insane, and you get a lot of like the old school retro games, but that's besides the point. But I just feel like even then too, even the online portion is kind of expensive for what you get, in my personal opinion. But there's some cool stuff, depends on how you want to, you know, game with your stuff. But anyways, yes, the price is going to go up. Let me know what you guys think. And, you know, if you are in your planning to get a Switch 2, good luck, find it, get it soon, and enjoy the console. It is absolutely fun to have, but just try to get it before your price goes up. But anyways, guys, until next video, see you around.